following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. My name is Leo Connors. I'm your host. And tonight, I got a very special guest making his record-breaking or adding to his list of being on the show, Dan Beaulieu.
Hey,
thanks, bud.
What's going
There's
on?
got to be at least 8.
I think so.
Got to be at least 8. I'm thinking either 8 to 10.
Yeah, in a short period, too.
Yeah.
I think first time I came on was what? April 2018 or
Is that when it
something?
was?
Yeah, so.
Nice.
You know.
All right, well, we like to talk sports and everything, too. We don't just always talk wrestling like in real life when we're on the phone or at an event. So let's jump right in and we'll do the fan questions first.
All
right. Tim Sinat wants to know, is this Brady's last year in New England? If yes, does he retire or does he go to another team? Second part of it, if he does go to another team, where does he go? And do Gronk and Antonio Brown follow? That's a great question. So let's do the first part. Is this Brady's last year in New England?
That's a tough one. I don't think so. I don't think maybe, and I know that's a good talking point for the Sports Hub and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine him, but that could just be me selfishly thinking that.
I had that same answer, no.
Yeah.
But after seeing what's going on this season and them not really giving him any, like the offensive line is horrendous.
Yeah.
You know, which obviously doesn't give you much of a running game. And Brady has about less than 2 seconds to get rid of the ball sometimes. It's really tough. So I could see him going somewhere else. Like if you would have asked me this before the season started, I would have said, you're nuts. But I don't know, man. And I also think the Patriots have let Brady know that on the depth chart or whatever, he's third. Kraft, Belichick, and then him. And I'm pretty sure they let him know that he's third.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that he shouldn't be, but in his eyes, he's saying, who plays?
Yeah.
Who wins all the games for you?
I mean, it'd be interesting what happens. I don't see him leaving, but I mean, if he did, I mean, there's, the Chargers probably looking for a quarterback next year. And he could be in California.
Tennessee.
Tennessee could be.
They have who's over there? Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
And him and Brady are very close, like very close.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't think it will, but for good talking points, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Those are the two teams I would think, if anything. You know what I mean? I would have said San Fran, but they're pretty happy with their quarterback.
Yeah, as they should.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
Really turned out to be great.
Yes. And all right, let's get to the last part. If he does go, does Gronk come out of retirement? I don't think so.
I think Gronk's just having a lot of fun being retired.
I think so,
it's slightly getting annoying.
Yeah.
You don't need to have an announcement for an announcement unless you're going to, the Gronk party thing. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, almost feels like, he's trolling.
Yeah.
So.
What about AB? Antonio Brown. Does he try to say, hey, man, take me too?
I think he's got a man crush on Tom Brady. Big time.
Do you blame him?
No.
In a way, honestly, like if you're that great of a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to play with Tom Brady?
He wants to play with him, but Antonio Brown in the end got in his own way.
Absolutely.
It's
his own fault.
100%. Get off social media.
And it's a shame, huh? Because we would have, even with just that one great, I mean, Edelman's great too, you know what I mean? But adding that one piece to the wide receiver would have really been something. He played pretty good his only game.
Oh, that was great. And we won in Miami with him.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. But, he hate to say it because when all the accusations came out, I said, well, this is I think it was a civil case. So she's suing him. And I said, oh, that's kind of weird. But he looks so guilty when he sends her threatening text messages.
Exactly.
You know, so
I wish he wouldn't have did that because he'd still be on the Patriots.
Yeah.
That's what got him released.
Yeah.
Was like going out there running his mouth on Twitter. Was it Twitter that he did that on?
Twitter. No, he maybe, but he texted her directly, I believe.
Okay.
And then she's like, "Okay, I can just screenshot this and put it out there."
Yeah, it's such a shame.
And
man.
if he truly,
I feel bad for the girl.
If he truly, assaulted her, then I don't want to see him in
I hear you.
football. So, but again, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Thank you, but half the world don't play like that.
No.
And you know that. It's a sad day when that happens.
It is sad.
Because you are, like you said it best, man, you're innocent until proven guilty. That's the United States of America way. But in today's USA, it's not like that.
No, well, you know what? You always have
Not
to
as
face
much.
the court of public opinion is the toughest thing.
Yes.
People are. If you look at social media now, I guess Michael Vick is going to be a special captain for the.
Yeah.
People are mad about that,
Yeah.
and I get it. I mean, what 87 million people have dogs in their homes in this country.
Yeah.
No one's ever going to like that.
No.
So.
You should have started off a little lower. I mean, like with things like that, just to jump right in and say, "Oh, I'm different now," but yet there's pictures of all those animals that he abused, man.
To think he would like hang them, like just thinking of
Yeah,
that is
it's just
horrible.
ridiculous. Yeah, it
Absolutely
is horrible. All right, let's move on to a good buddy of ours, Jesse Martineau.
All right.
Dan, who are your favorite 4 current Ring of Honor wrestlers? And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't name one of them, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to send him after you.
He's giving me a hard time because I
know,
don't really have anything against Ring of Honor.
No, I
just said right now they're the low man on the totem pole, and they kind of shot themselves in the foot because it came out they helped.
That Kelly Klein thing didn't help.
Yeah, and
all.
They helped finance All In, to my understanding, and now Cody kind of double crossed them a little bit. But how many did he want me to name?
4.
All right, Malonis.
Yeah, good thing.
You're always gonna name Malonis. As much as Brian hates the Patriots, and we have to hear that on Facebook, he's one of my all-time probably favorite independent wrestlers.
Yep. It's one of my top ones too.
I'd probably put the Beer City Bruiser in there. He's great
Oh,
too.
nice. Yeah, I like the Bruiser.
So they've been a great tag team. I think that's been a lot of fun to watch. All right, Ring of Honor. Let's see. Is Jay Lethal still there?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm pretty sure he's still there. Yeah.
All right, well, Jay Lethal's always gonna be one of my favorites. Trying to think who else is there. Oh, PCO.
Yeah, love PCO.
You really gotta love that. I can't believe when I found out that was Jacques.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
No, Pierre.
I'm sorry. Jacques was the Mountie. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I just was like, wait.
Right.
What?
What a comeback.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win comeback of the year, I don't know if he did last year in the PWI magazine, but if he didn't win it last year, he definitely should win it this year.
Yeah, I mean that's fantastic. That what is he, 52?
Yeah, a little younger than I am.
Yeah, that's.
And I love how he's a completely different person than what he was before.
Yeah,
you're getting shocked and all. I just think it's a pretty cool little gimmick he did for himself.
It's pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie, I did like the Quebecers as a kid. They seemed they had a long title reign.
Yeah, they were good. They were a good tag team.
Yeah, it was weird because
Raymond Rougeau was a good wrestler too.
Yeah,
Jacques' brother.
Yeah. I like all those Quebec wrestlers.
Yeah.
So
well, you ought to. You're a Frenchman.
Yeah, you gotta like those guys.
Real quick, you didn't ask me, but the Brawlers.
Yep.
Bear City, you know what I mean? And Malonis. I love the Briscoes.
Yep.
Jay Lethal.
Yep.
Is there anybody else I can throw out there real quick? I like the referee Todd Sinclair too. He's a local guy.
Yeah. I mean, I've always liked Ring of Honor. Actually, it kind of stinks what happened. AEW just kind of was like, well, we're going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
I still like Ring of Honor's actual setup, like the way they're like their ring and stuff. I like that actually better than AEW.
Right.
But yeah. Jesse got kind of upset that it wasn't into Ring of Honor as much as I used to be.
I used to really be into Ring of Honor too, but not as much.
Yeah.
But I do follow them, especially the local guys.
Well, they got a big show coming up.
I think.
Or did it already happen?
Friday night. See, I get confused because sometimes I don't listen to I listen to the podcast, WPAN, and I can't remember if it was this week or last week that they said the big show was coming up. But they always have a pretty decent show coming up. I think the biggest show is coming up. It's probably this weekend.
I think it is.
Because I would have read about it and saw it online if it was last weekend. So, good luck to the Beer City Brawlers. Can't even talk today. All right. On to your brother, Michael.
Sure.
Mike Beaulieu. Who takes the American League East next season?
Oh, wow.
I hate to say it, but I say the Yankees. I hate saying it.
Yeah, it's probably the Yankees. The Red Sox, it doesn't sound like they plan on really doing anything. So
I think they're going to let Mookie walk next year, or they're going to trade him in. I just think that's a dumb move. When who was the guy that made the most money all of a sudden? Bryce Harper, right?
yeah.
All right. Immediately, in my eyes, they should have signed Mookie Betts right then and there just to show him we want you.
Yeah, it is. I mean, John Henry is an interesting owner because he's fine with having losing seasons because he's going to make a move eventually that gives us a winning
He
World
makes
Series.
money every year because Fenway Park sells out every year.
Yeah.
Every game.
I mean, to say that I've seen 4 World Series championships in my life and my grandfather died in '93
I didn't see
and
any.
never saw any,
Yep.
I ain't going to complain. You know?
No doubt. I say it all the time to like Sarah. Sarah just turned 18, in October, and she's already seen like 7 championships.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It really
You know what I mean?
is.
It really is.
And I don't think this will ever be something.
I think she's seen more than that now that I think about it. 'Cause
Really?
she's pretty much been born since all. Patriots won their first one in 2001, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was in her mother's belly. She wasn't born yet then.
Yeah.
So she's seen 5 alone from the Patriots,
That's crazy.
3 from the Red Sox, 1 from the Bruins, and 1 from the Celtics. That's what she's seen since she's been born. She was born in 2001.
So she saw all the Red Sox. Well, sort of.
Is that 3, right? Or is it 4?
4.
Oh, it's 4. All right. So she saw 5 Patriots, 4 Red Sox, and 1 for the Bruins and 1 for the Celtics. So 11 championships.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
When I was 18, I saw, I think, 2. No, not even.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because I remember growing up in the 90s where the Red Sox were in '99, they were pretty good, but like when I was growing, TBS had the Braves all the time.
Yeah.
It was hard to get the Red Sox sometimes.
Right.
But
And that Braves teams back then were great.
they were
and
fun.
had a local guy, Tom Glavine.
That's true. That's true.
You know, so we kind of I enjoyed watching the Braves.
Braves were fun back then, but it's just funny how things have changed.
Right.
And even with the Patriots, when people say like, "Oh, the Patriots were terrible," I go, They've won. They were in a Super Bowl before
No, but
that.
they were horrible when I was young, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, like, when were you born?
84.
84.
Yeah.
I was born in 65.
Yeah. So you saw it.
And they were, I mean, horrendous, dude.
But I don't think it's ever
With
going.
some good players, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but and I just feel like so far back and under Kraft, it's great.
They've been great.
They had Bledsoe.
Yeah.
And then Brady.
Who I love Bledsoe, too.
Yeah.
I always will.
Yeah, I like when Bledsoe went to the Bills. I was happy for him too.
I was happy for him too. I wanted him to win every game except the 2 we played against the Patriots.
Exactly.
I really did because I mean, who didn't? Drew Bledsoe did everything right. And when Brady took over, one time he opened his mouth and said the wrong thing, and his dad pulled him aside.
Yeah.
That's what I read somewhere else. You know what I mean, online or whatever. And his dad was like, "Don't be like that."
Yeah.
And he turned around and never said another derogatory thing and was a hell of a teammate and helped Brady. And then when Brady got hurt that time,
he came in.
And against Pittsburgh, sorry, Mr. Balonis.
And who won that? Yeah.
He came in. But do you remember one of the very first plays as he takes the ball and he's running out, almost did the same thing that got him hurt against the Jets.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Who took him out? Mo
Lewis.
Yeah, yeah.
Mo Lewis was a hard-hitting linebacker, too.
Yeah, that
And it was a clean hit. I'm sorry. I know that, they say you're stepping up. He was still in play.
I think that Bledsoe coming in
Yeah.
to help beat the Steelers is a very underrated New England sports moment.
Oh, definitely. I agree with that 100%.
Because he could have just been a jerk and been like, I don't care. But he was all in on that team.
He was all in. He wanted to win that game big time.
So
And obviously, I mean, you could sit there and say maybe it was a little selfish too because he's like, well, I'll get to play next week. I think even if he knew that Brady was going to come back and and play the very next game, I still think he would have been that way because he did turn into a great teammate. And Brady has said it many times how much of a help he was.
Yeah.
Even maybe he was like Brady said, I was playing good, but it doesn't hurt to have a veteran helping you out.
No, I always liked Drew Bledsoe. I got
me too.
a picture of him hanging up in my
really?
place. Yeah.
Nice.
It's when he first signed with Buffalo. 'Cause it's just kind of like,
it's all right then. You're a fan of him, so
yeah. Yeah, always
Nice.
like Bledsoe.
All right. So your brother has a bunch of questions here. We're going to go to the next one. Thoughts on the lexicon of Le Champion? That must be Jericho, right?
Jericho.
Okay.
I will tell you this. I don't care what anybody says. I do believe Jericho is the greatest of all time.
He's right there.
He's reinvented himself so many times. And I will say, I'm enjoying AEW. Yeah. The best part of that show is Chris Jericho.
Absolutely.
At 49 years old.
Absolutely. And I think for sure, if you don't have Chris Jericho in the conversation as greatest of all time, then you don't know wrestling.
Yeah.
Honestly. I'm not saying that everyone has to say he's the greatest.
Yeah.
But if you don't have him in the conversation, then you really don't know wrestling. Because you said it best. He reinvented himself so many times.
So the debate, too, when you get into this greatest of all time when it comes to wrestling, to me, you got to think longevity.
Yes.
Did I love Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Right.
I absolutely. One of the best, but I can't say he's the best ever. The career was short.
Yep.
Rocky, his career was short.
Yep.
Now, when you look at guys like Flair and Hogan, then you really start to say, okay, look at the body of work that they did for.
I think they both stuck around too long, though. In my eyes, that's just for me.
I think they do too. They did too, but I would put Flair ahead of Hogan slightly.
Oh, I definitely would put Flair ahead of Hogan.
But if Hogan, I wouldn't even put Hogan in the conversation if he never did the NWO stuff, because I feel like to be the greatest, you have to be able to do both, a heel and babyface.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I think Ric Flair is probably the greatest only because I think Jericho could have easily done this too.
Yeah.
When Ric Flair was the champ for so many years, he would go to Portland and he'd wrestle a heel.
Yeah.
And then he'd go over, let's say, to Vancouver and wrestle a babyface. I mean, everywhere he went, sometimes he was a face, sometimes he was a heel. And granted, he always wrestled as like the heel.
Yeah.
It just depended on who his opponent was, you know? So I think personally, Hogan's got to be in it. Like I said, he ended up doing both. But like Mount Rushmore, got to be Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Got to be Chris Jericho. And I don't know, man. Something tell me their tag team needs to be up there. And you could go with any of these, man. Rock and Roll Express. Longevity? You want to talk longevity?
They're still, I mean, that was pretty cool seeing them on the AEW pay-per-view.
But the Dudley Boys, the Road Warriors. There's so many tag teams. Edge and Christian were unbelievable. I don't care what anybody says. That tag team was great.
Mount Rushmore idea it's tough. It really is.
Oh, it totally is.
Because I look at it and I think this is what it's because I think it's so tough because like John Cena sort of should be there because he took over. He took over that era after.
He was the face of professional wrestling.
Austin and Rock were gone. And then it was
12 years maybe he was the face of wrestling. At least 10.
I would say that, but WWE was definitely moving towards Brock Lesnar being the face, and then he basically said like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yep.
And who picked up the pieces? John Cena.
Yeah. No, John Cena is great. He is.
Undertaker, I think, definitely deserves.
Yeah,
some
Undertaker
kind of
should be up there.
You know, for I mean, that's longevity.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and I want to say
so many.
I want to say Shawn Michaels too, just for the show of the fact that
longevity too.
Longevity, and there were 4 years where if you would have told me in '99, because I know he got hurt in '98, but like '99, if you said, yeah, he's going to come back and have his best run,
right,
I would never believe that.
No, I wouldn't have either. And again, there's another guy that could have did what Flair did.
Yeah.
I know I had said Jericho, but Shawn Michaels easily could have did that too. Bret Hart probably could have did it too. But Bret's never been one of my favorites. His style was, for me, slow.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But his style to me is more of a heel because of his, even as a babyface, he still was that slow moving. Not that he's slow because he's overweight.
Yeah.
Just methodically, his wrestling, you know?
I mean, honestly though, Bret was always a babyface to me, but when he did turn, when him and Austin might be one of my favorite feuds, because Bret doing the I'm a good guy in Canada and a bad guy, or he was a good guy everywhere else, but in the United States.
Right.
That was. I think that's underrated.
That was good.
By him.
That faction was fantastic too. The New Hart Foundation. All right, your brother Mike wants to know: Kyrie was booed heavily at the Garden a couple weeks back, and he wasn't even there. Earned it or unfair? That's pretty easy. He earned it.
Yeah, I like Kyrie Irving. I really want him to come here and be great, but even the way he left Cleveland, I didn't really like that. So Kyrie Irving, honestly, yeah, he deserves it. I think he's kind of sort of a jerk, which is
Yeah,
fine.
I think he's a jerk too, and I think we've spent too much time talking about Kyrie Irving.
And he believes the earth is flat,
Yeah,
so,
so he's a ziphead.
I'm good.
All right. Mike wants to know if Miz faces Bray Wyatt, I love this question, and not the Fiend at TLC, does it make him look weak? Not worth the Fiend's time. I don't know if it makes him look weak. If I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I haven't watched SmackDown in a couple
Yep.
weeks, and I've been pretty good about watching that because I think it's been a pretty decent show. I don't. So is that what's kind of happening? Is he
I
not
guess
using
I
the
don't
Fiend?
know either. I really don't know.
Okay.
I thought the Fiend is the champ, so the Fiend would have to defend the
Yeah,
belt.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Bray's definitely worn the belt when he's
Okay.
not the Fiend, so I think it's.
I've seen him wear the belt on his
yeah.
little show.
Yeah.
The Fun House too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think again, I'm a huge.
I guess we'd
Miz
have
fan.
to see where it goes after. Like once
Yeah.
the match happens, if it is Bray Wyatt, see where like the match at the end takes us.
Or the
does it go? You know what I mean? Where the Fiend's gonna come out the next time because the Miz almost beat him. I don't know. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of stuff they can do with that
of course.
Bray Wyatt Fiend gimmick,
Yeah.
but as Mike's the biggest Miz fan
Is
ever.
he? I like the Miz. So.
Miz is one of my favorite
Yeah.
ever. So
I wasn't a big fan of his, but then when they pushed him to the moon at WrestleMania and
Yeah.
stuff, I was really upset when they pulled him back.
yeah,
I'm like, you guys wanted to make stars. You just made one.
yeah.
And then you pulled it back. I just didn't get it.
I'd
I
love-
didn't get it at
I would
all.
love to see him get one more championship.
Yeah, me
run.
too.
That'd
Me
be
too.
great.
And I think his TV show is phenomenal. Maria watches it all the time. I probably wouldn't have like set up a DV. I would have watched it if it was on
Yeah.
and I came across it. But I actually watch it because she tapes it.
Yeah.
And she loves the Miz and Maurice. Loves and Monroe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is that
Big
the mother?
time.
Is that the mother, Monroe?
No, Maurice is the mother and
No.
Monroe's the baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but the
I've only-
mother is awesome
is
too.
the mother? I thought the mother was on the show
Oh,
too.
she
yeah.
is on the show.
Yeah.
Maurice's mother. She's awesome. She's
Yeah.
so funny. All right. Your brother Bobby wants to know who should be fired by the NFL for the poor refs this year. I say whoever's in charge of them and all the refs that refed yesterday
Yeah, it was
against the
bad.
Patriots because that was a horrendous game. And there were so many things that people aren't even complaining about that they missed. I happened to catch an article.
Yeah,
Online today.
they are pretty bad. I mean, when the day that Roger Goodell gets let, I don't think it'll ever happen. I'd be very happy about that.
What's that?
The day Roger Goodell's given.
Oh,
the
yeah, I
vote.
think everybody's going to be happy, even the owners.
He's so. I think last night, obviously I wasn't happy, but I mean, some people do have. They can say like, well, the Patriots things have gone their way on bad calls before
Yeah,
too, which is
yeah.
true. So I'm not even worried about that.
But those
honestly.
were blown calls,
Yeah.
not bad calls.
Yeah.
That touchdown with that when they scooped the ball up, that was a touchdown.
Yeah, that was bad.
And N'Keal Henry one, he didn't step out of bounds.
Yeah.
They showed it over and over. He didn't step out of bounds. Unfortunately, the Patriots already used up their challenges. That's what stinks about that too, the challenge rules. Sorry, but like, I don't know, man. I just think with instant replay, it always takes too long. There should be one person in charge of that instant replay. Not like, you know what I mean? Not every ref should be over there looking in.
That is where it gets so
One guy
ridiculous.
should be saying, all right, I don't want to hear from anybody. Watch the play and announce what his verdict is.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. I'm one of these people that I'm not nervous about it. I think that could come back to that loss could come back later and bite us. But
If you're not nervous going into the playoffs, that's nuts, dude. How can you be any confident at all?
because it comes down to one game.
Listen,
That's really
I
what
told my
that's
friend
you
Rob
know.
today at work, the guy that works for me, I said, if the Patriots don't score 24 points in every game the rest of the season, they're going to lose a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should beat the Bengals. I mean, the Bills have gotten a little bit
We still got to
better.
play Tennessee?
No,
No, we don't?
Bengals,
Okay.
Bills,
San Fran?
Dolphins.
Oh, no San Fran?
Nope.
Okay.
Those
Do
are our
we
last
play
3
San
games.
Fran?
I don't think we play the
okay.
NFC
All
West
right.
this year. But yeah, I'll worry when I need to.
Right.
My thing with football is I love it a lot,
Yep.
but I don't get as stressed out about.
Right.
I like to troll people with it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I don't get real. I mean, I really like get all upset about when it's the Bruins.
yeah.
But not as much the Patriots. All right. Jesse Martineau has another one. I love this question, too, because Chris Statlander looks like she's about to get a huge push in AEW. How long before she has a title program? Well, it looks like she's going to get the big push,
Yeah.
but she's not even signed to a contract there yet.
Now she is.
She is now?
Yep.
Okay, how many years? Couple?
I don't
Or
know
just
how
a year?
I don't know how the years
Because
work with
I'll be
them.
honest, I have not heard that or seen that online anywhere.
DL Hirsch shared it today. A bunch of people shared
Cool.
it. She is signed.
All right.
The rumor was she was the match she had last week. She was already signed.
Right. I'm going to guess at least 2 to 3 months. I don't think they're going to put her in a program immediately. I don't.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're going to do with it.
Right.
I'm going to have to watch week to
Couple
week.
months.
I think she could definitely be someone. I think
Oh,
she's
yeah.
going to be one of the more talented people on there.
I agree, 100%.
Been very impressed with her. I think the first time we saw her was probably this year.
Yes. Oh,
And
yeah.
I think
Me and you?
Fury brought her to Chaotic.
Yeah. That's the first place I saw her was Chaotic.
And then I realized, whoa, Limitless uses her quite a
Yeah.
bit.
And she's impressive.
Yeah, and then she did a SmackDown after Mania.
She's got size too, and
Yeah.
I'm not talking, but she's a little taller than a lot of girls like Alicia Edwards,
Yeah.
and things like that. They're a lot smaller than her.
Yeah, I think she's gonna. I mean, I think. Honestly, I think Cody really has a great mind for the business,
Yeah.
and I know that he has a lot of creative in the Bucks. I think they'll do something with her that's gonna be great.
Right.
We'll just have to wait and see.
We're gonna piss off the AEW fans right now because you guys are all chanting how they're gonna rock the ratings and bury the WWE and blah 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 blah. WWE has been in business for how many years? So it's gonna take a lot more than one good year, 3 good shows to
Yeah.
beat them.
I think a lot. I mean, they're not. No one's ever going to beat WWE.
I don't
at
think
this
so
at
either.
this point. It's not going to happen unless Vince sold the company.
But
someone.
they're not even beat like AEW ain't even beating NXT in the ratings anymore. I really
Well, no,
I
they
at
beat
least
them
saw-
last. They beat them
Okay,
last
but
week.
for the 3 weeks before that, they didn't.
They
though.
beat it.
2.
They
Whatever.
beat them too. Yeah.
All right. But everybody was talking, and even I expected AEW to maybe for a year have a little bit higher ratings than WWE because
Yeah.
it's new and they have great stars and a lot of people like them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Millions of people love the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
But it hasn't happened because they've only, you know what I mean? That was like the first 5 weeks or whatever. They beat them in the ratings. And actually, the first week they smashed them too.
Yeah, it's gonna take time. This isn't a one night.
Right.
You know.
I agree.
There's nights where NXT is the better show. There's nights when AEW is the better show, and
Right.
You know. Yeah, I mean, I like them both. AEW sometimes is like they go all out on these
Yep.
weekly shows where I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna do this on the weekly show, why should I order the pay per view?
Right.
But they're not. No one's gonna beat WWE. Once they beat WCW, who's their real,
Yeah.
that was it. That was
Okay.
really the end of it.
All right. So, aside from Charlie Cashew, which is too obvious, who you like, who was your breakout star in New England indie wrestling in 2009?
Oh, I don't think
Because Jesse and I know 2019. What's that?
it's not Charlie Cashew.
No, he said aside from Charlie
Oh,
Cashew.
so he's saying
Who is, because we both know you have a man crush on Charlie Cashew.
Yeah, I like Cashew.
I like
but,
Cashew.
I mean, I'm
No,
not.
I'm just busting.
I think-
John. I like him too. He really is good.
Yeah, but no, he's not the break. Royce Bishop is the breakout star.
Nice. Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
I agree with that.
No, I didn't really know too much. I mean, I know he was there in 2018.
Right.
He was in the Chaotic Countdown.
No, I just think me and Jesse are more just trying to bust your chops.
well, Jesse's
That's
more of a
all.
fan than Cashew than I am.
Is he really?
That's what started the whole
Oh,
thing.
Jesse, so you got a man crush on him too.
Well, it's funny. We went to the show and we basically were like, he came out to the Elton John
Yeah.
song. We're like, all right, we're you know.
that is a cool tune though.
And if you remember, I don't know if you were there for that, but our
don't think I
side
was.
got really behind him.
Okay. Because I haven't been to a show with Jesse in a long time.
Okay, so we got really behind him, and we're going,
Yeah.
crazy because like, yeah, this guy's awesome, whatever. If you listen to the commentary, Julian Starr goes, "What did this guy do to get over already?"
Nice.
So we continue to try to
Yeah.
cheer him. I think he's going to be great. I bought a T-shirt off him, but yeah, this was Royce Bishop's year.
Yeah.
I really think it was.
Nice. There's a few guys. I mean, we're not just going to stay with Chaotic. 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
other kids have been killing it. CJ Cruz is doing a great job.
Yep.
Alec Price doing a great job. Channing Thomas, Nico Silva. There's a lot of good young talent. Ricky Archer, Charlie Cashew, also. Royce.
I think
doubt.
I think as a new guy, he had the best year.
I think
As
you're
a
right.
new-
I do think Royce Bishop was the breakout star
Yeah.
in 2019. Definitely in Chaotic.
Yep.
And one of the breakout stars in all of doing.
I agree because I looked back at a video from last year, and they started to use him
Right.
With Christian and Triplicious, but he wasn't quite. We didn't really know him.
Right.
Well, and then I think Cold Fury is what really started to put him on the map.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say Royce Bishop.
He had a great year. We were talking before we got here in the car. Dougie LaRich. What's up, Doug? Thanks for the question. How's it feel being a slow pitch softball superstar? I know we were saying this more to Nagel and you.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to answer this.
It's a good feeling. I don't know. I don't think anybody in the softball community, we don't take things too well. Some people do, and it's a lot to deal with.
Well, Doug thinks you're a superstar, and he wouldn't have said it if he didn't think you were good.
Well,
I know that.
I've been playing for 14 years, so it's nice to hear that.
Nice.
I'd say Nagel, it would have been nice to have him here because we have a lot of good.
Is he better than you?
Defensively, I would say he is.
Really?
Yeah.
Offensively, though, you're better than him?
I don't think Nagel's a better hitter than me.
Okay.
But he's definitely a better infielder than I am. I'll give him that. I mean, you know how we got, so years ago, I used to troll the Nashville Sunday Co-ed page, and people would get pissed because I don't take things too serious. And I remember when I added Nagel to one of our men's teams, and I texted him, he goes, is this Dan Beaulieu? I go, yeah, it's Tiny Pipes. What's up, man? He goes, oh, Jesus. Or something along those lines. And then we got to know each other, and we became good friends.
Nice.
So.
All right, Nathan Fuller has a question. Do you think AEW is a WCW clone?
No.
I don't either. Not even close. They didn't have the stars that WCW did when they beat the WWE. You know what I mean?
To be a WCW clone, you have to have some kind of tie to NWA.
Right.
I would say maybe TNA was more of a clone of WCW, but we're talking about these guys did this all on their own.
Yep.
Because they're on TNT.
Right.
But they.
No, they definitely aren't a clone.
No, I don't think. I think the only way to be a clone of that is you got to have some kind of ties to the NWA. ECW even had ties to NWA.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks, Nathan. And thank you too, Doug, too. Tom Salome, I should have been able to answer this and to him anyways and still ask you the question.
Yeah.
Dan, how is your shoulder? And are you going to have it fixed?
I had surgery back in February of this year. Again, there wasn't enough tissue left in my shoulder to repair it, so I have cadaver tissue in there. My shoulder is fixed. I'm very mobile with it.
Yep.
I can't throw well yet. There's still a lot of stuff that I need to do.
Girl?
I don't even. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
My plan is by the spring to be able to, actually get something on it.
What position do you usually play? Do you play outfield?
As I've gotten older, I started off at shortstop, slowly moved over second base.
Yep.
I used to play a lot more in the outfield, but I don't really like being out there.
So you pretty much play second base now?
Pretty much second base.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm more known for my bat than my defense. So whatever. As long as I can hit 750, I'll be fine.
So you got it, Tom. He already had the surgery. And like I said, I should have been able to told you that on the side.
Yeah.
All right. So we both did some top 10 moments in New England. I'm going to do mine first because I'm just going to shoot right through them. You know what I mean? This is the top 10 moments in independent wrestling or around independent wrestling, or basically their top 10 moments for me. 10. Back to selling merch again at the 01 USA Northeast shows.
That was a fun day.
So that was nice to do.
That was a fun day.
Yes. I've done all 3 of his shows, and I will be there in March. Number 9, started a cooking show with Sonny Goodspeed. A cooking show that I didn't want to do. Number 8, got a lot of guests for this show that I never thought I would. Some through Sonny and some on my own. Number 7, doing concessions at Atlantic Pro Wrestling from here on out. I've done 2 of them already. We got another one coming up this Saturday night. And it looks like I'll be doing this going forward till I want to stop.
Very cool.
Number 6, being at Beyond Wrestling. This is one's going to take a minute, though, because I got to explain. Being at Beyond Wrestling to see CJ Cruz take on Alec the Prize Price. The reason why this is there is I've only been to Beyond on Thursday nights, the Uncharted Territory, about 4 or 5 shows. Every time I go, though, I see CJ and I see Alec and I talk to them. And we talk about the same things, how they get there, they help out, they got their gear just in case they were given a shot. And then I get there the last time I went. and they have a spotlight match every
really?
show. And
Okay.
they have everybody go live. And it was CJ Cruz versus the prize Alec
I
Price.
like that idea.
And if I
Yeah.
wasn't there,
Yeah.
I would have been really upset about it because I like both those kids.
Yeah.
You know? So I was lucky enough to be there. And honestly and truthfully, it is one of my top moments this year. Only because I have a little bit of a relationship with those guys. Every time I see them, I always talk to them. Great kids. Number 5, getting to do the Big Woody special here with Gina,
Yep.
Sean, and Ed. 3 of the closest people to Big Woody. You know, to be able to celebrate his life after he had passed away. It was just a nice thing to do. Number 4, watching AG and Josh Briggs on the WWE Network at the Evolve show.
Yep. That was awesome.
That was pretty cool. Number 3, seeing Brian Malonis sign a Ring of Honor contract. Brian, please tell me it was 2019 and not 2018. But that was to me, I love that. Also, just recently, Dan Moff, another guy who I've known for a long time, he got signed to Ring of Honor. Very excited for that. So I added him in there too, only because I've known Dan. If it would have just been like, you know what I mean, only known him for a couple of years, but I've known him since 2002. So it was pretty cool.
He's a talented guy.
Absolutely. Number 2, my daughter Sarah returned to wrestling for one night only at AG's debut show in Gardner. She came to help me sell my merchandise. That is being said, so maybe I can guilt her into coming to more shows with her father. And number 1, top moment for me was watching Christian Casanova win the Chaotic title on March 29th.
That was awesome.
I had Brian Fury here, right there. And what did I tell him? I said how mad me and you were the night we both went, and he didn't win the title.
Yeah, that was. I thought everything was leading to it that
Yep.
night, but it was great seeing him finally do
Oh,
it.
I was so mad that he didn't win that night. Remember?
Yeah. And the night he won, I almost didn't go to the show, and then I just said, you know what?
Right.
I got a gut feeling they're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And I was walking out of the show, and Brian Fury goes to me, he goes, did you like the show tonight? I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, it was great. He goes, yeah, I know you did. I was like, all right.
Well, that's because when he was on here, I told him how much me and you wanted to see him win the title. We're big fans of Killing Over Inc.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And then he, just real quick, we'll finish, lost the belt to AG on July 19th.
Yeah.
Only to win it back August 30th. And he still is the Chaotic Heavyweight Champion. And I hope he holds it right through 2020.
Yeah. That'd be great. I don't know if have they set who he's wrestling at the next show?
Probably didn't nominate it, so I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
I think it's a 3-way.
Didn't they just have that?
Oh, is that what it was? Because I didn't go to the last show. Werner and Briggs, right?
It was Verna and AG. And
okay.
And that's when AG grabbed Jay. Which was
that's right. You told me about that.
It was one of the funnier moments I've seen, and I think Jay's being a good sport about it.
Yeah, Jay's cool. He's got to learn. He's got to learn that sometimes people that are taking on Killing Over don't want to hear your shit.
Yeah, but I think it's a good little teasing.
It is. Jay's a good dude.
Yeah.
So that's my list. Why don't we go to yours, and then we'll talk about some favorite guys that no longer wrestle around here.
Sure. I mean,
take your time with your list too if you want. You got stories.
I would say honorable mentions.
Okay.
Probably, I think Chris Statlander now signing with AEW was pretty big because that.
Very cool.
I've watched her wrestle all year, and that was great.
You started watching her this year, and to see her make it all the way already, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Obviously, Cold Fury is always just a good time.
Great show, man. The opening match might have been the match of the night.
Yeah, that was
could have easily been.
That was one way to start it.
That whole show was fantastic.
I've never left a Cold Fury being like, oh, that wasn't fun.
Do you know so? Chaotic likes to start their shows off.
Yeah.
Bang. You know what I mean? Really. And Mill City Hooligans versus Killing Over. That match was incredible. It was hard because I like all 6 guys. So I kind of just sat back and cheered for everything.
Yeah, that's all you really can do. And I mean, for the majority of that roster, we're all fans of them. So
all of them.
I would say 10 moment, Tasha Steele's joining the culture. Because there was a point where, at Cold Fury, we were like, man, she needs something. Yeah. She just needs something.
I remember you saying that. You weren't, neither one of us were high on her at that time.
Yeah. And her with them, great. Good to see them going all over the place.
Yeah.
They went to New York. They,
I think they're going there this weekend again.
That's awesome.
With all three of them. This is Tasha, Royce, and Christian.
Oh, really? What about Trips going too?
Not that I heard.
Okay.
I heard it was just going to be those three. I got to say, though, real quick, they talked, Trips and Christian right here talked about that
Bring
they wanted to,
someone.
because I asked them, sure, do
Yeah.
you guys plan on having any more members like a woman? And they said that they had someone already in mind. They even said it. They're like, we know exactly who we want. And then when Royce was on the next day, we didn't talk about it, but the following time Royce was on, he confirmed it, that it was Tasha all along. Is exactly who they wanted in
perfect fit. She needed it.
Yep.
And
not that they needed it,
yeah.
but I thought it was a great.
Well, I think
bringing her aboard was great.
I think at the time she did. I'm not saying about every promotion she wrestled in specifically chaotic wrestling.
She needed
at the time she needed that.
Yes.
And it was a good fit, and it's gotten more people invested in her.
Yeah. So. I think she's really good too. I like her a lot now. To be honest with
you. Big fan. My number 9 moment. Alexander Lee turning on MSP.
And Joey I wasn't there.
Joey Eastman sitting in the crowd the whole time with this Mexican wrestling mask. And I remember seeing the guy. I'm like, man, who wears a mask to to And I'm getting more into Limitless, but apparently he had been fired due to some kind of match that MSP won. So when Alexander Lee turned on them and they had Brandon Kirk, he's great.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him more.
No, he really is good.
But yeah,
so isn't Brandon Thurston. If you ever caught him, but we'll talk about him on the ride home.
Yeah, so Alexander Lee turning on MSP, I thought that was great for everybody involved.
Well, real quick, do you remember when we went to My Only Limitless show?
Yeah.
I literally was talking to Alexander Lee, and I said to him, I've never seen the third member before.
I've never seen him either. Yeah.
But it was just funny that I'm talking to the third, and he's like, that's me. I'm like, get out of here. He goes, I'm Alexander Lee. Yeah. I'm like, wow, what were the odds?
Yeah, and I think it's probably good for him to get away from them. Yeah. Because it is about the Danger Kid and and
you can always get back together with them too. Down the line.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's a great moment. I wasn't there that night, but I remember you were high on that match.
Oh,
after it was over.
I didn't see it. It was awesome. So that was great. Next one, AG beating MJF for the Limitless title. That was fun to watch.
Right.
I kind of knew AG was going to win because MJF he was with AEW, but the crowd was so into that, but they really that Limitless crowd, I'm sure they deep down like MJF, but the way to boo him is just, it's awesome.
Oh, no,
it's like pure hatred.
Yeah, it is. He gets a great response everywhere he goes, that kid.
And I thought the responses he gets at Limitless were actually better than the ones he was getting at Chaotic.
There you go. Yeah.
As far as
probably was.
So that was great. The 7, the build-up of Brian Fury and Josh Briggs. Starting it at Chaotic.
And now it'll be this Friday night, the payoff.
And
maybe the payoff.
It could be more, I wonder where this goes. I think so, yeah.
I might be going to House of Bricks if I can find somebody else to go.
I generally don't.
Just because it's his last show. That's the only reason. Honestly, I really want to go to House of Bricks show before it ends.
Well, definitely. Well, I've been looking forward to this one, so I definitely want to be there. And I like the build-up they've had. 6 was now this is Teddy Hart and Davey Boy versus MSP at Limitless. That match was unbelievable.
Yes, that match was great.
Kind of sad what's going on with Teddy Hart now. I understand where Randy's coming from.
Yeah, well, me too. That's why I said it. Like he has to do what's right for his company.
That's a business move. Totally
Absolutely,
get it.
Smart move on his part.
Another one.
Acting fast.
Yeah, once he got the information, I'm not saying he did it because again, innocent until proven guilty. But the fact is, if it's going to make fans uncomfortable, he's got to cut ties.
And he may be able to come back. Yeah. When this is all said and done, like you said, innocent until proven guilty. If he's innocent, there's no reason for Randy Cobb not to bring him back.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And people do go. I've seen like people posting, I didn't go just to see Teddy Hart. Let me tell you something, man. If you're going to Limitless and Teddy Hart's supposed to appear and then they tell you he's not, can't tell me you're not a little disappointed.
Oh, he was great.
Do you know what I mean?
He came up to me and Jesse at one of the shows and was like, "Did you guys have fun tonight?" Like he seemed very appreciative of the fans.
He's not a bad guy. I've met him a few times.
So I don't know what happened there. Right. That's not for us to figure out.
Yep, exactly.
Number 5, Slick Wagner Brown and JT Dunn at the All-Star show.
Oh, the All-Star
That had a very big fight feel to it, and I thought it was really cool that they both came out with all the belts that they were currently as the champions. Because I know I've heard some promoters saying like, well, you should never bring a belt on another show.
Right.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't agree with that at all. I think any belt that, if a promoter is allowing them to defend somebody else's belt, I think that just adds to any match, any championship match.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't think the titles were on the line, but it was cool to say, you're saying these guys are two of the top guys in New England independent wrestling.
Yeah.
And the match was awesome, and it was one of my favorite moments.
And that's another guy that don't get as much recognition anymore because he's been around so long, Slick Wagner Brown. He should get more recognition. Slick's awesome.
I'm a big fan of Slick Wagner
Me
Brown.
too.
Since I saw him in NECW.
Sarah's favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Then I kind of, my fourth is kind of like a tie.
Yeah.
Because I forgot this moment. I thought the last night in Woburn was great.
Yeah. We had a blast that night.
Yeah, that was really cool.
See Bob?
Bob the bartender. So when we went to the show.
I tipped him like $10 that night.
Yeah, I've been going to those shows for 6 years.
Right.
He's always been the guy.
He's a great guy.
I
think they did something for him too.
Oh yeah.
I think they gave him. I don't know. Didn't they? And at the end of the show,
I can't remember.
They were talking. I remember. I'm pretty sure they did something for him.
Well, when we went to Lawrence, to the other Elks Lodge,
yeah.
I said, "Hey," I went up to, I bought a beer, and I said, "Do you know Bob the bartender?" She goes, "No." I go, "Okay." And I just took my beer and walked away. I was like, all right.
Right.
Well, you're not the same person. So.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get to see Bob again someday.
Oh, definitely. Then this kind of a tie was, I got to meet Jeff Jarrett this year at New England All-Star Wrestling. Got to meet Victoria, who's one of my favorite female wrestlers at Limitless.
Yep.
So I got to meet a bunch of people.
She was great, huh?
Yeah, she really was.
She was so happy to be at that show. She was. She was phenomenal.
I went up to her and she was like, I said, first, I love you.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
And then I said, there's women in the Hall of Fame that don't deserve it as much as you do.
There's no doubt. You're right.
She's like, oh my God, that means so much. And I was like, you're probably hearing this from everybody.
But
but
she's going to get in.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess she commented today somewhere where she said, or yesterday, a little sad that WWE doesn't ever ask her to come back and do anything.
Yeah.
Even when that Raw anniversary.
I think a lot of that has to do with her going over to Impact.
It could. Because I think,
unfortunately,
I think Victoria was a much better wrestler than Beth Phoenix, and Beth Phoenix is in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think that at all. I think Beth Phoenix is one of the better women wrestlers that ever been in the WWE.
Oh, see, I just never was a fan.
Yeah.
But regardless.
Yeah, I hear you.
3 is not really a moment, but more just the evolution of Royce Bishop.
Nice.
We really got to see him come full circle.
Yes.
Where he was just this guy that we'd seen before that raps, but we didn't really get it.
And we agree on him being the breakout star of 2019.
Yeah, I would say by far.
Him along with, in my eyes, a couple other kids. But he definitely is earned that.
So I would say that's, not exactly a moment, but,
No, it's great. That's a great thing to put down, honestly, because that's how you feel.
Yeah. And then 2, the 2 and 1 are very, very difficult. Because Casanova's probably
1A and 1B.
Casanova's probably my favorite wrestler.
Okay.
Him winning the championship was like one of my favorite nights.
Me too. It was my favorite.
As soon as he walked through, I was like, Chris, I gotta get a picture with you in the championship. So that was really awesome, and it was sort of like, because it was the show right after Cold Fury.
Right.
So I was like, maybe they're just gonna keep it undone and end this all together.
Right.
But if you remember Cold Fury, Christian got like 3 segments on that show. So in my mind, I go, oh, he's the guy now.
Yes.
He's the guy.
Definitely the guy.
And my number 1, I put this at 1 just because I just think it was such a big deal.
Yep.
And I go number 1, the weekend that was AG. Went to Limitless. He won the Vacation Land Cup. That was really cool.
Yep.
Had a good feeling he was going to win that.
Yep.
And he got to wrestle Tommy Dreamer and Sean Spears. And that was a very fun match.
Yeah, I bet.
Sean Spears was great with the crowd.
Was he?
Like, yeah, he had Tommy held him and the kid gave him a chop.
Yeah, oh, nice.
So that was really cool. Then the next night, AG's on the WWE Network with Josh Briggs, which was really awesome to see both of them on the WWE Network.
Absolutely.
That was the main match I wanted to see.
Yep.
And then got to see AG the next night at Evolve in Melrose.
Nice.
So that was cool because I'm watching him a long time, and it's like, wow, this guy, he really, he's progressed. And
he sure has.
that interview you had with him was fantastic when he said that he thought about quitting the business.
Yeah,
I went, wow.
When he said that, I was like, wow. I never would have thought that because he loves the business so much. I would have never expected him to say that, honestly.
And the one thing, if Anthony Green watches this episode,
Hopefully he will.
Someone needs to tell me, because I remember in 2016, I think we were talking about this. They were leading to a match, and I could have sworn it was going to be AG versus Adam Booker at Cold Fury. And for whatever reason, it didn't happen. So if anybody knows why that match didn't
Adam,
happen,
if you're watching, please, I'll actually tag you in this, Adam, and let you know there's with 8 minutes, a little more than 8 minutes to go in the show. Dan said something. Hopefully you can give us an answer. But yeah, I thought all the moments that you mentioned were fantastic. Christian Casanova, one of my favorite wrestlers. He's Isaiah's favorite wrestler. He had a great year. I still stand by my statement that I told Anthony Green that no wrestler in the whole world had a better 2019 than him. All the tournaments he won, the belts he won, being booked everywhere. And he almost married 2 women. His very first promo, he kissed them both.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestlers, I'm sure, were jealous when they saw that promo.
Yeah,
but he had a great year.
Unbelievable year. And I think everybody at most companies, and I think, APW making him their champion too was like, okay, so you guys really want to get serious here.
Yeah. Well, I told them right here when I talked to him, I said, that was a smart move in their part because your name, you were so climbing so high. It would have been dumb to put it on anybody else that's on their roster right now. Yeah. Honestly, he was the hottest wrestler going.
Yeah.
And it was smart business to put the belt on him. It really was.
Actually, I've never been to APW. I will eventually.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I go, all right, now you got my, maybe I need to go check this show
I'll
out.
tell you what, APW is a good company. And I'm not just saying that because I'm selling my food there.
Yeah.
Honestly, they really are. If I had to say, pick a number 2 company in New England Independence, because I kind of think Chaotic's number 1.
Yeah.
I would pick APW and Limitless. I would. I think
Beyond's
maybe Limitless has more eyes on them right now.
Yeah.
But the first show that I did for APW was unbelievable, dude. It was the Gil Bunk Battle Royal.
Yep.
And the matches that they had besides the Battle Royal were unbelievable, dude. You really do got to come up.
Yeah, definitely have to get down there.
It,
it's tough to get to if you want to get to every independent show you ever wanted to.
Right.
I don't know if you'd have time to do anything else on the weekends.
Exactly. but Limitless is great.
Yeah.
So I would have to say them as number 2.
You know what's really cool,
but APW's climbing.
I was talking
Lucky Pro's up there, too.
I was talking to Rich Palomino.
Yeah, Palladino.
So, what did I say? Palomino.
Palomino.
You can now, and I haven't ordered this yet, but I'm going to get it. There's an independent wrestling app where you can watch Limitless live.
Oh, dude, it's called IWTV.
Yeah, never had heard of that.
It's that one where that's why Beyond does the Thursday shows.
Yeah.
They go live on IWTV.
Yeah,
independent wrestling television.
That's great.
Was it like $9.99?
I don't know how much it is. I gotta look at it because really right now what I really want to watch on there is Limitless because I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna make those drives again until the spring.
No, I hear you. Yeah, it's hard to make them long rides in the winter.
I don't want to get caught in a storm.
Nope, I don't blame you.
My plan is to watch those live on that app. So.
And I'm actually gonna look into it too because I have the High Spots Network.
Yeah,
which is great. They have a lot of good content, especially the shoot interviews because I'm a huge fan of shoot interviews. But I am going to look into IWTV because if that may be something I want.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like I do it for 4 months, and then I go back to High Spots and do that for 4 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all streaming live. I mean, you must be able to watch other things when it's not live, right?
Rich said there was tons of stuff on it.
Yeah, there's got to be.
I love the aspect because I'm like one of those people, like once something isn't live, I have a hard time going back and watching it. But if I know this is happening in real time.
And Rich is a great guy, man.
Yeah.
I got to get him on here again. He really is. All right, so I told you about it, when we came in. I wanted to talk about some favorite guys who don't wrestle much anymore or not at all.
Yep.
I had brought up to you Vince Vicalo. You don't remember Vince?
I might need a picture to know who that is because when you first said Vicalo, I'm thinking
Vern. Of course, yeah.
I'm not saying I haven't seen him.
Right.
It's just not ringing a bell.
Yep. It'd be great. Like I told you off air too, that his tag team with John Walters 12-pack was awesome. And the way I explained it to you,
Yeah.
Vince had the 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
And Walters had the 6-pack abs. So they were 12-pack.
Oh man.
Really good tag team. Vince was a great wrestler. You know how great Walters is.
Yeah.
Too. But Vince is a great wrestler. Max Bauer. I miss seeing Max Bauer. Now, I know you saw Max, right?
I saw a little bit of him. I know that he went to NXT probably.
Good, dude.
I think he got signed around the time that I started going to shows.
Okay. So you only saw him a few times.
I may have caught him once.
He was good, though,
I know he was part of when Sherman had the losing streak. He was one of the guys that beat him.
Yeah.
Listened to him on Brian Malonis' podcast. Very unfortunate, but I wish I could have seen more of him because it sounded like NXT really liked him because they used him after he was couldn't wrestle anymore as like a coach or something. So.
No, he really was, and he was a good-sized guy, man. He wasn't like a little dude, you know. How about we'll go to a female and Nikki Rocks. She was gone before you started going to shows, right?
I know Nikki. I know who Nikki Rocks is.
Right.
Yeah, she was good.
She was really
good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing her.
Is she retired?
Yes, she was doing. I know for a fact she was doing the bodybuilding type thing.
Okay.
And but she just had a baby, probably almost 2 years ago, whatever. I don't know, anywhere from a year to 2 years, even 3. I don't know. Yeah. She just had a baby not too long ago. How about the Golden Greek, Alex Arion?
Loved Golden Greek. It's funny because Matt Taven used to get pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was legitimately pissed, but. He'd get more annoyed because he'd come out as the baby face and we'd just be, and we weren't trying to be dicks. I just liked Golden Greek better than I like Matt Taven. Yeah. Still do to this day. Right. So we'd be like, Golden Greek.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he was great. Yeah, I really liked him.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his too. Sonny Goodspeed. You never really got to see Sonny wrestle, right?
I've looked up some Sonny stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
He looks like he was pretty damn entertaining.
Oh, he was 100% entertaining.
He was yelling at somebody when he was coming down to the ring, and then they made them re-announce his name that he's like a New England independent wrestling legend.
Right.
Knowing Sonny the way I kind of know him, I can tell that he was probably a pretty entertaining guy because he's got a lot of personality.
Yeah, he definitely does it. And doing the cooking show with him is a lot of fun because he does have a lot of personality, and it's really good. How about these guys just started up a podcast? Truth, Justice, and the New England Pro Wrestling Way. Tarzan Taylor and Julian Starr. Have you been listening to their podcast? Because I listen to all of them so
I've
far.
heard about it. I haven't really given it a listen to. I don't remember Tarzan, but I was a big fan of Julian Starr while he was wrestling. Yeah. It kind of stunk when he retired because it was like, this guy's got so much left in the tank.
Tarzan I used to see at Jeff shows and stuff, and Julian Starr. Real quick, we're just going to name 3 things. Eddie Edwards, and the Brotherhood of Eric Sprazier and Knuckles Nelson. Love those guys. Real quick, so I hit up Julian Starr the other day, and you let me know what you think of this. I asked if they were going to have fans on their show.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, they've been talking about it. So I lobbied for myself to be on the show.
Yeah.
Like Sonny said, all the worst they could do is say no.
Yeah.
Honestly and truthfully, I've been watching independent wrestling for like over 20 years. I got stories. I got, you listen to the podcast, right? How they do the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I hate some people, and I ain't afraid to name names. Okay? Hogan hat. I got great stories, Julian, from the catering jobs, fist fights at Holman Stadium.
Yeah.
Dan, thanks for coming on again,
thanks,
brother.
Leo.
All right.
Good time.
We're out. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.